Hey world, hey! So, guess who's back? It's us again. Can you believe it? No, we haven't died. We just took a little bit of a break.
No, we didn't take a break. This bitch went on vacation.
Just last
So,
week, but before
It
that,
was
we
2
we
weeks.
we had some
You
stuff to
were on
do.
vacation for 2 weeks.
I wish. But yeah, hey guys, welcome back to, or I might as well say welcome back because it has been a while. Welcome back to What the Fuck Are We Doing? In the sense of the name of the show, what the fuck are we doing most of the time?
I think to our faithful listeners, we don't have to introduce it like that anymore.
Yeah.
Like, if you're new, just go and really listen. I almost said read.
Read, wow.
Go and listen to the previous ones, and then you know what the fuck we're all about.
Yeah, well, as you guys know, to our faithful listeners, to the people who are new, I'm your host Alicia, and sitting here with me is the lovely Corrine, and we're going to be talking about something tonight that's, it's a little lighthearted, I think. We'll see how it goes, but it's about music and how music has changed over the last 50 years.
I can't do that. I can't do a drum roll. I tried. It was an epic fail. Okay, whatever.
So 50 ways music has changed in the last 50 years, coming at you uncut, as I think it should be.
When you said,
I don't know.
I'm sorry, but when you said 50 Ways, I thought of that song. Who sang it? I can't remember who sang it. But at 50 Ways to Die.
50 Ways to Die?
Yes.
I know there was a show called 1,000 Ways to Die.
No, there's a song, 50 Ways to Die, because this guy wants to lie about his breakup with his ex. So he tells all his friends there's 50 ways how she died. I'll play it to you later.
Yeah, I'd love to hear that.
Music,
we can actually try and upload that to the Facebook page. We
Yeah.
can definitely do that. And
please, people, go and follow us, like us, comment, interact with us. We actually do talk back. Ask our one faithful. We know she's faithful because she communicates to us.
Yeah, quite.
Ursula, we communicated back immediately.
Yeah.
We are still on our email. It's like crickets over there. All I get there is because I'm on Internet Archive and stuff when I go for deep research. So now I get all this promotions and shit from them.
Oh, wow.
So at least I get something.
Yeah, at least, something's happening. They're just not exactly what we want.
And we have an Instagram page as well.
Yes, that is correct. Twitter.
Facebook, Twitter. So communicate with us. Tell us what you guys want us to talk about.
What you like, what you don't
because
like.
As you know from our previous people, except the one where we introduce ourselves and just talk shit, we actually do research. We don't just babble what we think. But yes, Queens, that is from me. I'm going to give it over to your host because she's doing it. So I'm just going to be the commentary.
Yay! So, 50 ways music has changed in the last 50 years. Well, personally, I think, you could actually listen to music 50 years ago and it made sense. Today's stuff...
Today's shit does not make sense.
No.
Like Cardi B's WAP. What the hell?
I haven't heard that, and by the
I think
sounds
it
of it, I
stands
haven't
for wet ass. Wow. Because I'm not going to say that word.
Wow.
Yeah. So educational.
Yeah, very, extremely. Hey, fucking modern day Marilyn Monroe. Anyway, so
Anyway.
So let's get into it. 50 ways music has changed in the last 50 years. Okay, so few cultural forces are more powerful than music. Over the past 50 years, music has inspired fans and made artists into rock stars. It has served as a soundtrack for movies, as cultural revolutions. It has compelled the masses to dance, beatbox, headbang, and mosh. I don't know how I feel about a mosh pit. I'd probably get beat up by accident, but
I don't know.
It just sounds like a bit of a headache. Anyway, it has enlightened, enriched, and enraged. Music has thrilled young people, terrified parents, and triggered congressional investigations. Hectic. It's been used as a force for unaffiliation. I don't even know what that means. And it's been...
Unaffiliated?
No.
Yeah, but it's the other word for it.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. You learn something new every day, guys. And it's been wielded as a weapon for social justice. Music has articulated frustrations, expressed hopes and disappointments, and informed in mainstream America about the realities of communities and subcultures that they might otherwise never have experienced. Over the years, music has become far more personal. Once shackled to choices of tastes of radio DJs they would have never meet, listeners have now almost total control over what they hear and when they hear it. New technologies have affected the way music is made and produced. Once held firmly in the grip of record labels that viewed artists as dollar-generating commodities, musicians today have direct access to fans who hang on their every word and note. Which is kind of true. I mean, like, regardless of what they're singing about,
that is a lot of information. I suddenly have flashbacks of matric.
What, like, any particular artist that comes to mind, or song, or what?
Like, I don't know, I think the person and so many people can agree with me, and then there's of course people that's going to disagree with me because I think they know better.
Haters gonna hate.
The one artist that has, I don't know, I think he made a big difference was Elvis Presley.
Definitely.
I mean, he was king of rock and roll. I mean, he's everywhere in the house because
he really
of me.
is. Like, he's brilliant.
And I mean, even to this day, people listen to his music.
We do.
There's actually a few people that still do.
No, I mean, like, we definitely do. Like, we rock it out to Elvis in the car. That's like, you know, like road trip tracks right there.
Exactly.
So, and Kareen's a little bit miffed or pissed off with me. Like, a lot of people won't understand what miffed means. But yeah, it's like basically saying she's a little bit bitter or, yeah, pissed with me because I've got Elvis's signature on tattooed on my ribcage.
At least I know she didn't get her herself, because he died like long ago before you could go to him and say, "Can I get your signature, please, sir?"
That would be brilliant, though.
Like, I don't know, I would die. Like, now I know why girls fainted at his shows. Like,
well, he was a gorgeous human.
he was gorgeous.
I mean,
it was like one of those moments when he walked into an area, you heard the halo of angels singing in the background.
Angelic choir,
yeah,
and the harps and all of it. Anyway, music pours out of jukeboxes, pulses through earbuds, roars through walls and speakers at concerts, and drifts out of bars, restaurants and clubs, beckoning those on the streets to join the party. The undeniable human attraction to music will never change. It has always made us dance, laugh, cry and smile. But the sounds, formats, trends, genres, technologies and instruments involved are always in a state of flux.
Gave us a headache.
Or gave us a headache. It depends.
I can't. Like, I don't know. Like, the heaviest I will go with music is like old rock, like AC/DC, Metallica, Kiss, Led Zeppelin.
And you still a bit pissed about my Kiss shirts as well.
And then you get these new fucking metal. I can't. Like, I listened to it when I was in a house to piss my mother off. Sorry.
There we go. You see it, like terrified parents. There we go.
Yeah, I think my mom prayed a lot for me. But I can't. Like, it's just, how can you listen to something where you can't hear the lyrics? The guy just screams in your ear.
Okay,
for 5 minutes.
I must be honest. Like, I've heard some tracks where you really genuinely cannot hear a word they're screaming.
It's just like, I just feel like if you listen to that, you're going to hear cloven hoofs coming up the driveway, running to possess your house. Like, that is how I feel about it. And I mean, Billy is even looking at me like, "You got this, Mom. I know you're right. You got this. You're always right. Can you please feed me?"
So yeah, for the new listeners who don't know who Billy is, so Billy is our little mascot. She's Kareen's Staffy.
She's a Staffy Cross Labrador.
She's so cute. She's like, I don't know, like in the mornings when Kareen leaves for work, she opens my bedroom door and Billy comes and cuddles with me. It's brilliant. It's such an awesome way to wake up in the morning, having, you know, those little eyes looking at me and that tail wagging. I'm like, "Hey, Billy," and she just like loses her mind. It's awesome.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm not talking to you right now. Not right now. But I'll get there. Oh, here she comes.
Hey. Anyway, we're getting off topic.
Yeah, no, we just got distracted by Billy there for a second, or like 5. So here's a look at the past 5 decades of music, how it's evolved, how one generation has influenced the next, and what has changed the relationships amongst fans, producers, and artists, and the music they play, the way it's delivered, and how. So, Woodstock Caps the 1960s. The most famous festival in the history of American music took place from August 15th to 18th in 1969 on the dairy farm in Bethel, New York. The event, which drew nearly 500 revelers, was the zenith of the 1960s counterculture era and the crowning of achievement of the hippie movement. The biggest acts of the era paid homage to the mud and pot-soaked festival goers, with performances by artists such as Janis Joplin, The Grateful Dead, Santana, The Who, Creedence Clearwater Revival, Jimi Hendrix, The Crosby, Stills, and Nash and Young.
Okay, that sounds like a party I did not want to attend.
Like, I don't know, hey, some of these artists are pretty freaking awesome.
Not with the potheads around me. I wouldn't be able to deal.
I don't think I'm too worried about the potheads. I'm just more worried about, like, the mud.
Mud is fine, because survival camp's a thing. But
I don't know.
I can't with the potheads, I can't.
Like,
I can't because the first bitch or dude that comes to me, oh, I love you so much. Like, I don't even know you, dude. Back up. Personal space is a thing.
I don't know, I think there might be something else involved. They just, not just pot, but anyway. But I don't know, like Woodstock was huge. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about the whole mud situation. Like, I don't know, camping.
I know. Don't even get me started. Just please continue because you're just full of shit. That's it.
That's why my eyes are brown. Anyway, so the 70s bring us a new musical era. The year 1970 was more than just a chronological end to the 60s. It was the end of one of the most consequential eras of history in the history of music. The Beatles broke up in 1970, and the other defining 60s acts like the Rolling Stones, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin became less accessible, excuse me, touring the jets and playing massive stadiums and arenas instead of clubs and theatres. Iconic 60s pioneers Jim Morrison, Janis Joplin, and Jimi Hendrix died in the 70s, all at the age of 27, as did the original king of rock, Elvis Presley, later in the decade.
I was just about to say, like, they're talking about, the 1960s was great with all these rock bands, but where's Elvis?
Right there, mate.
Yeah.
Like the 27th Club, that's...
No, but Elvis wasn't 27.
No, he wasn't part of that. He wasn't part of that. But just like, the 27th Club is... Yeah, fucking hell. Glam and disco define the decade.
That's where sex, drugs, and rock and roll just took... Okay, rock and roll faded away, but sex and drug was a thing. Because they thrives against each other. Like, I can't even, like... How is it attractive if a guy in latex comes up to you and just grinds on you and all you can smell is putin sweat?
Oh, that's funny. I
like,
know,
latex thing.
Latex was very sexy back in the day.
Oh.
The 1970s opened up a new genre called Glam Rock, embodied by David Bowie and defined in outrageous costumes and, pageantry. Disco dominated the second half of the decade with music of performers like the Bee Gees, Gloria Gaynor, emerging as staples on the dance floor and car stereos across the country. I don't know, I love David Bowie. I really do. Like, he's awesome. Like, his stage persona, Ziggy Stardust, like, I think that's probably where the whole thing kind of, the whole glam rock idea or concept came from. I don't know, I could be wrong.
We have figured by now, after our 3 or 2 years of friendship, I don't even know. Our taste in music is very,
very different.
Very different. Like, I can't do that. Like, old rock, I told you guys, and I was, of course, for rock and roll, and then country.
Like, that's you.
That's me.
Yeah.
I can't do, like, this new that's got, 2 notes, and they sing the same thing over and over and over again. I can't.
Yeah, it doesn't, that's what I say, like, music back in the day actually made sense. There was a message behind it.
It's like, I had 50 boyfriends already in a space of a year, but each and every one broke my heart. So I'm going to write a song about them each and every one of them.
Are you referring to a young blonde by any chance?
Maybe.
Come on, you guys know who she is. Don't make me say it. Damn it. Alright, so new sounds emerge. Bob Marley put reggae music on the map in 1970s. There we go.
There we
Yum
go.
on. James Brown gave birth to funk, and Stevie Wonder, Isaac Hayes, and Al Green defined rhythm and blues, better known as R&B. The Allman Brothers, Lynyrd Skynyrd, and Charlie Daniels Band.
Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Don't say it incorrectly.
My apologies, Lynyrd Skynyrd. Sorry, guys. And Charlie Daniels Band emerged as leaders of the southern rock genre.
Do you even know who they are?
I actually don't. I really don't.
They sang "Sweet Home Alabama."
Really?
Yes.
Holy fucking shit! That's why you know who they are. Like, I don't know. I'd actually I probably want to do some research on some of these names that I don't know. I'm not going to say how many or how few. Well, I love you too.
Just putting it out there.
Love you so much.
Your music knowledge sucks.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
Don't know who Lynyrd Skynyrd is. What is wrong with you?
Do you know who Styx is? Who? Exactly.
Probably some metalhead.
No, it's not.
Who is it?
It actually really isn't. They were also part of the funk era.
I don't listen to funk.
I know
That's
you
not
don't.
Music.
But
that's people that were high on drugs that thought this sounds so good, and then everyone else listened to them that was on drugs, so that's why it sounded good.
Come on, but okay, well they're much later, but Daft Punk. Oh, there was at least one song of Daft Punk that everyone loved. Come on. I don't know,
My grandmother raised me right.
Okay, but you've got the typical Afrikaans, background.
No, yeah, I've got the background, but I'm not like that because I'm into country.
Yeah.
So I'm yes ma'am, and yes sir.
Yeah, but I still do that.
Not the Afrikaans, your Danny.
That basically means yes auntie in English. But it's
like the yes ma'am.
Yeah, yes ma'am, basically. I don't know, I was both of us, we come from such different backgrounds. I mean, I was basically raised in a British Italian home, and so music and stuff was also very different. I would sometimes, listen to opera, which I don't know. I don't have an issue with opera. I think it's
depends on who you're listening to.
Yeah, that's very true. My great aunt, she used to love Helmut Lotti. And well, of course, Andre Rio with his violin. I mean, that guy's a freaking musical genius. I don't know, Karine wants to say something. She's just
I just think he milks it for the wrong reasons.
True.
So the moment they get big hits, I don't listen to them anymore.
Good point.
Why?
But look, he is bloody brilliant on a violin.
There's a lot of other people that's also brilliant, like Lindsay Sterling.
Mm.
She doesn't make a big fuss about herself, like he does.
True.
So, okay, you can play opera sheet music. Great for you. Try Imagine Dragons' Believer or one of their songs. Let's see how you fucking do that.
Good point. I can only play...
She plays deep house on a violin.
I would love to hear that, actually.
I'll play it to you
I would
later.
be very, very stoked to hear that. I can only play Seven Nation Army on the guitar, and that's about it. But I feel like everyone can do that. So, it's not really a great achievement. But anyway, moving forward. Right, so everyone becomes a rock star overnight. In 1971, a cultural phenomenon was born when Japanese businessman Daisuke something, I don't know how you pronounce that, I'm not even going to try, invented the karaoke machine, which translates loosely to empty orchestra. Soon, bars, clubs, and even business retreats began offering a platform to every wannabe pretender and weekend warrior with the courage to test their singing chops in front of a crowd. I don't know, I did karaoke once when I was in Cape Town, and it's safe to say that I did have a drink or full, a little bit of liquid courage. And I sang Valerie from, or by Amy Winehouse. That was quite funny.
I did karaoke once. And I sang Black Coffee from Lacey J. Dalton.
I would have loved to hear that, actually. I'm not going to lie.
I had two other people with me, and they put their mics off. I didn't realize it at the time.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Beer was a thing.
Yeah, see, liquid encouragement. Definitely. All right.
Anyway, moving on.
The Bronx Boogies down. The Bronx Boogies down. On August 11th, 1973, a young New York City DJ who went by the name of Cool Herc threw a back-to-school party at 1520 Sedgwick Avenue in the Bronx. Instead of playing songs in the... Ooh, holy crap, guys. I'm sorry, I need glasses. I keep saying this, but I never seem to actually get them. Instead of playing songs by their entirety, I think, I don't know, that's probably wrong, he experimented by playing on only the instrumental breaks, the parts of the song that tended to animate the crowd, giving revelers more time to dance, which is where the term breakdancing comes from. All the while, Herc's partner, Glam Rock, used the microphone to amp up the audience. The moment is recognized as the birth of hip-hop, perhaps the most enduring and transformative genre in American music since rock and roll. Yeah, I don't breakdancing. It just looks painful, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I
already got it. Fuck me. I can't do that. Can't grab the other one as well.
You've got a fucked right side, my friend. Like, we passed to just being a fucked up knee. Right, punk rock shocks. In the late 1970s saw the emergence of a wild and anarchic, I think, genre that exuded non-conformity and angry rebellion. Born in New York but influenced and adopted by the underground scene in Great Britain, punk rock was defined by the acts of Patti Smith, the Ramones and the Sex Pistols, and the Clash, and later, there's a lot of commas in this, guys, Black Flag and the Dead Kennedys. I've heard of the Sex Pistols and Patti Smith, but I don't really know the others. I don't know about you.
They're all people with a lot of issues. Someone wanted to pistol for their mother, and they have succeeded. Not exceeded.
# punk rock. Alright, so hate groups leverage on the power of music. Fascist symbolism had always been part of punk rock.
Fascist.
No. Is it? I don't know. Do you want to have a look at this work?
Yes, it's fascist.
That one right there.
Yeah, fascist.
Well, there we go.
You say it as an H, but it's actually a C.
Again, you never too old to learn anything. Guys, I'm really not stupid. Like, I feel like such an idiot tonight. Like, I feel like such a dunce, but I'm really not. Okay, so that symbolism had always been part of punk rock's antagonistic style, and the genre was shaped by angry, delusioned white working class kids in Great Britain. Neo-Nazis and other racist and existed. Oh my gosh. I don't know, I think it's just blue writing on the fringes of the movement from the beginning, and white supremacist groups eventually leveraged in the unifying power of music to lure and recruit disenchanted young people while getting their messages out. Skinhead bands began producing albums and shows, which often echoed the sounds and stylings of punk rock with combat boots, mosh pits, and aggressive screaming vocals. So, I don't know, in short, the birth of heavy metal?
I have no idea. I just know a lot of people were pissed with their parents and they wanted to disappoint. So
there we go, that's basically what that was. 8 tracks changed car travel. I don't know if you guys know what an 8-track tape is. But if you don't, Google it, educate yourselves,
Let's not
do the
go
things. Alright, so the first 8-track tape player debuted in the 1960s, but the technology enjoyed its heyday in the 70s. Developed by Learjet, 8-track tapes used a continuous loop of magnetic tape to play 8 musical tracks. If the name of it isn't quite obvious. It was the first practical and widespread medium for playing pre-recorded and personalized music in cars without relying on a radio DJ.
So for the younger generation that doesn't know this, because we grew up with this still, it's like one of those moments when you listen to the radio and they've got like this hour of just playing music where they don't talk. So you quickly get a tape, you put it in and you record that whole segment. And you will be so pissed if your mom or your sister comes into a room
And they say something
and talk to you, because then your whole track is screwed. It's gone. It's gone.
It's there. I like it.
And then everyone was so impressed with your mixtape that it was being recorded over from the one stereo to the other stereo. We would put it in front of each other. And it would be recorded. So when you get to the last guy, you can't hear what the guy's singing, but you're listening to it because it's an awesome track.
Yeah, you just put your ear very closely.
It's like
very closely.
Like the Bellamy Brothers. If you said you had a beautiful body, will you against me? So you couldn't hear, but you loved it. You sang because you knew the lyrics. It's like the one Bellamy brother decided he wasn't gonna pitch up. I don't know.
He had a sick day. It happens.
He didn't feel the song.
The record store becomes a cultural hub. Vinyl records had been around for decades, but they were never cheaper and more readily accessible than they were in the 1970s, when high-quality stereo-recorded players became nearly as common as televisions. Cassette tapes were available, but had not yet entered the mainstream, and 8-tracks were confined mostly to cars. It was the golden age of vinyl, and the neighborhood record store became an epicenter of music, culture, art, and ideas. I don't know, like, I like vinyls. Like, it's, I don't know, the whole sound, like the little scratching. And,
Vinyls.
yeah.
LPs.
Yeah, well, that's what they
yeah,
called,
but
like,
just
that's like
to
the general term.
So everyone else knows as well, because if you go to music now, it's LPs.
Yeah,
they don't say vinyls.
No. They're going to probably look at you funny, but...
It depends on what music you listen through.
Very true, but I think that's because like...
Because now you walk into music and you've got Britney Spears on LP and you're like, what the hell? She doesn't have the voice for it. Best music to listen on LPs is Elvis or old traditional country. Just saying. Just putting it out
Or like rock and roll, but like AC/DC and
no,
like
not
Kiss.
even.
And I thought they were brilliant. Like my dad had a couple of Kiss vinyls and like, I don't know, that's where I kind of started liking them.
and blues.
Good point. Very good point.
Soulful music needs to be listened through LPs. Rock and roll is not soulful. It's just like, this is how we feel, we're mad at something, so we're going to sing about it. I listen to rock and roll as well, but that's basically what it was. So.
Are you going to love this one?
You said when I've got a shitty comment about it.
Rap storms America.
Yay! And we all know who's the king of rap.
Do tell.
Eminem. I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't care what you guys say. You don't have taste in music if you don't listen to Eminem. Just saying.
Like not even Flow Rider can rap as fast as that.
No
man.
one can rap.
Like he's
rap.
insane.
Rap as fast as that guy can. Like if I ever get the chance to meet him, I'm gonna faint. I'm telling you now. I'm gonna faint like a little daisy in the heat.
You will faint permanently. Like
I'll wake up and he'll ask you right now.
Like, you will not come back from that. Like I can almost guarantee you that 176%.
So
like,
please just remove him from my eyesight.
So get your will in order just in case. You know, like. Okay. In the 1980s, hip hop exploded out of the inner city and made its way into the mainstream, as acts like Run DMC, the Beastie Boys, and Public Enemy brought the sound to the masses. Later in the decade, what had started as party music would adopt a much sharper edge as rap became synonymous with vulgar and graphic depictions of urban dysfunction. Just like punk rock had done a decade before, gangster rap, originally made famous and infamous by NWA, challenged America's institutions, thrilled young people, and terrified law enforcement and mainstream parents. I just find it funny that they say terrified law enforcement. I don't know, bro. Like, you guys are the ones with the guns. Okay, well, then again, they probably also, they do.
Yeah, but
have the
remember,
guns
there
as
was
well.
that one song, Kill the Police?
Isn't it Fuck the Police?
Or something like
Yeah.
that.
But I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about rap. I think when I was probably going through my rebellious teenage stage, I listened to it maybe like twice. I was like, no, bro, this is not going to work for me.
It's because she listens to metal, so she's screwed. Her brain is mush. So
Is it mush?
She doesn't have taste for good music.
Oh, wow. You're just gonna, like, keep grilling me
Yes,
the whole time.
until you stop listening to metal.
When last have I listened to metal?
You will summon the spawn of Satan if you keep on listening to them.
Dude, I probably haven't listened to metal in, like, I don't know, like 3, 4, 5 months. I don't know. I don't even remember. It's been a long ass time.
That's good. I'm proud of you.
Oh, wow. She said something nice to me.
You act like I diss you the whole time.
You do.
No, I don't.
Okay, 80% of the time. But I still love her. I do. She's like my person. Anyway, a new king takes the throne. Around the time Elvis Presley, oh, you're going to hate this. Elvis Presley died in the late 70s. Michael Jackson, the boy leader of the Jackson 5. I wish you guys could see this.
I can't. Like, first of all, you're not going to stop by taking the new title. So many people are going to hate me for this, but I don't care. I don't care. But you always also defiled his daughter by marrying her, getting her pregnant, and then leaving.
Yeah, she's not a fan of him, guys. I'm just saying. As you can hear, like, she hasn't made that quite evident.
Like, he's got some good songs. I'll give him that.
He really does.
But I'm not going to go out of my way to listen to them.
Oh, no, you won't. So, the boy leader of the Jackson 5 was establishing himself as a marketable solo performer. The man who would be crowned the king of pop spent the 80s breaking sales records and redefining both pop music and pop culture with dances like the moonwalk, videos like Thriller, and albums like Bad. By the middle of the decade, Jackson was arguably the most famous person in the world.
That's funny.
That's what I say, arguably.
Yeah, no, not even arguably. He was not the most famous because even to
In that era.
to this day, since they're both dead, Elvis sells more records than he does.
I don't know. I have not looked at the statistics. I can't contribute.
I will put my head on the block.
We'll Google
Why?
that.
Because Elvis made good music.
No, he did.
He made music for
Undeniably.
all the eras. Michael Jackson didn't. He tried to fix up his music after the 80s left him. And then the 90s came. And then into the 20s. And he didn't make it. Because his music didn't change with the times.
That's true. Like, you need to keep up with how things are progressing, technology, etc.
So, yeah, sorry. Eh? God.
Okay, so 70s stylings are reimagined. John Lennon was shot and killed in the 80s, or in 1980, signaling the end of an era in music and culture. But much of the previous decade lived on. Glam metal bands like Guns N' Roses, Poison, and you're probably gonna, I don't know, this looks like it's a different language. Do you want to have a look at that before I make a complete ass of myself again? That guy right there.
I think it's Motley Crue.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say as well. Who donned Grandboy's costumes, makeup, and hair that borrowed heavily from David Bowie's glam rock movement, filled stadiums with their power ballads. I don't know, I like Guns N' Roses. And
Yeah, they're good.
Poison and all those guys like Alice Cooper. Like, he's a freaking, I don't know, he's awesome. There we go, there's his name actually mentioned. Alright, so, she's gonna hate this too. Metal emerges.
I'm just gonna switch off.
Building on acts like Black Sabbath, Alice Cooper, Judas Priest, and AC/DC had started in the
AC/DC
70s.
is not metal.
Back in the day, it was classified as that, but
No,
it's
what?
heavy rock. I think.
Okay, so the guys that's doing whatever they're doing now, it's not metal, you dick. It's something new. Like, scratch your eyes out and cry forever. That's what it is. Because Satan's gonna come possess you after you listen to my music. Sorry.
Oh, this is getting very religious.
I'm not getting religious, it's the spawn of Satan. That's it. The
Okay.
cloven hoofs and all.
And AC/DC had started in the 1970s. Heavy metal hits its stride in the 1980s as acts like Metallica, Twisted Sister, Anthrax, and Pantera introduced the world to headbanging and gave voicing to bored and disaffected suburban kids. Black clothes, heavy electric guitar riffs, and Moro's lyrics defined the genre, which carried on music's long tradition of rattling middle America and challenging mainstream society.
That is a lie. Satan. Because AC/DC never wore black on stage. They wore like school uniforms.
No, that's why they're saying here Metallica, Twisted Sister, Anthrax, and Pantera.
Ah, I was just about to say. Someone did not do their research.
Because
I shut off by a certain time because then I'm like, no.
Right, so a new mainstream forms along with an alternative.
Where in the timeline are we?
Like we are now in the 90s.
Okay, what bullet point are we? Because you said 50 ways.
We are number 15, like 1-5. I think we're gonna have to probably do this in like 2 segments or so.
Oh my
or
gosh.
something. I don't know.
No, let me ask you this question. Yeah, we do the first 20 and you guys can go on if you want to. Is country mentioned in there at all?
I haven't seen it, no. I really haven't, to be quite honest with you.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Mom, but fuck the person who wrote this article.
Okay.
Because the only genre that actually survived through everything is not mentioned.
That is very true. Sorry, guys. Like we normally, you guys know, we normally have coffee, but
I'm drinking beer. I'm getting aggressive. I do apologize.
It's not even like a heavy beer. I don't know what's going on with her. Send help.
Anyway.
So a new mainstream forms along with an alternative. While pop acts like Debbie Gibson, Bryan Adams, Tiffany, Phil Collins, and the Police dominated the radio, so-called alternative acts like Red Hot Chili Peppers and R.E.M. established themselves in an anti-pop heroes that would display remarkable staying power. Genre-busting acts like U2 set new bars, and the new wave talent like Duran Duran, Depeche Mode, and the Eurythmics did their own part in the reinvent of 1970s glam.
Yeah, Canada still apologizes for Bryan Adams.
Oh, wow.
Sorry.
Okay, so Karine doesn't like Canada, apparently.
No, I love Canada. It's
Canada's
Bryan Adams.
awesome. It's just Bryan Adams that's the problem. All right, I'll see. Musicians flock to indie labels. When Morrissey and John Marr formed The Smiths in 1982, they decided their band would sign up with an independent or indie label instead of the major record company, the likes of which had ruled the music industry for generations. After coming to prominence in the 1970s, following decades of experimentation, indie labels like Factory, Mute, and Rough Trade, and the latter of which eventually signed the Smiths, were small companies that did not have funding or backing for the majors. They gave emerging artists a platform to launch their careers and focus their business models on artistic freedom and mutually beneficial artist-label relationships.
Okay, so I'm just gonna give y'all a heads up. Tomorrow night, we're doing the history of country music. Because, I mean, come on.
I'll actually see if there's something here about country, and if I can find it, I'll read it to you.
I can guarantee you there's gonna be like one line, one sentence. Oh, and there was country music.
By the way, it's gonna be one of those. The Walkman makes music mobile. I actually had a Walkman when I was younger. Those were awesome. First released in 1979, the Sony Walkman changed our listening habits perhaps more than any other single piece of technology in the past 40 years. As portable as a transistor radio, but offering the privacy of headphones, the Walkman ushered in an era of personal mobile music. By the time the Walkman line was discontinued in 2010, Sony had sold 400 million units.
Shove it.
That's a lot. That is a lot. Okay, next one. Cassette tapes rule the day. Although the technology was first developed in the mid-60s, cassette tapes rose to prominence in the 80s and went on to define the decade's music. Tapes were popped into Walkmans, car stereos, and boomboxes, used to record songs from the radio or even dub tapes from vinyl records. The vulnerable music mixtape that became the trademark of the era's portable music made long car rides more tolerable. It's exactly what we were talking about earlier. Like,
can I
recording
say?
from
I
vinyl to
helped-
tapes or tapes to
I helped
different
to write
tapes.
the article.
Oh, did you?
The good pieces is me.
So the fact that there's no country in here, like, I don't know. The fact that there's no country in here so far.
That wasn't me.
That was not you.
I wasn't the final editor on it.
Oh, you weren't. Okay. So no one blames Karine for
I
this.
had like 5 pages on it and I said I couldn't.
Okay, so something everyone knows about. Like, if you don't know about it, I don't know. Like, no comments. I Want My MTV. On August the 1st, 1981, Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles fittingly became the first music video ever to air on a new network called MTV. The network changed the way music was consumed and became the voice of a generation. MTV launched acts like Michael Jackson, Madonna, Guns N' Roses into global superstardom before moving away from music videos in the 1990s. Video jockeys or VJs became household names. So I don't know if people actually know what MTV stands for.
Music television.
There we go. Like, it's not that hard.
Quite obvious.
Yeah. I mean, what did they used to do? Like, nowadays I think it's just
Shit.
reality shows.
Like Catfished and like, I'm sorry, but why?
Oh, here we go.
Sorry. Why, if you talk to someone for like 2 months or like 2 days on a social media platform and you go and meet them and you see they're not who they are, why would you want to record that? Why would you want to record your own embarrassment on TV for everyone to see? Why?
I think like all those people, it's normally like, yeah, no, I've been talking to this guy or this girl for like 2 or 3 years, and like we always promise to meet up, and you know, he or she always has some sort of excuse and whatever. Like, bro, that is your first warning signs. If someone doesn't want to meet up with you, like, I don't know, what is that saying? Either they don't really like you, or they're not that into you, or they probably not who they say they are.
Just fucking run.
Just, you know,
just go.
I mean, Photoshop is a thing. Like, you can take an actual picture of yourself and make yourself look like some
and
supermodel.
these days it's just like very, I don't know. I don't know how to say it. It's fucked up because in our grandparents' days, they had to go out like to the roller skate rink or like the bowling alley or wherever to go and actually meet people. Now it's easy. You sit in the comfort of your own home. You make this whole persona up on online of who you are, who you not actually are.
Yeah,
like,
who you supposedly are.
I run like 10Ks every morning. Yeah, how about you make 10K trips to the fridge?
Yeah, I was about to say.
You don't go running. Don't lie. Don't lie to yourself.
I make like 10 sandwiches a day, but okay, I don't know. I think it's a talent. Not really.
Can't, even if I had hair, I would flick it.
Oh yeah, guys. Like in the meantime, Karine had a bit of a moment, and she cut her hair off. But it actually looks pretty cool. Like, I like it. Like, I don't know. Like, I was very much against it because her hair was longer than mine. Mine is like mid back length. Mid bank. And yeah, so she cut that off. I actually cut off the ponytail, so that was.
Yeah, mine's long enough to gel it.
That's about it.
Because if I don't, it looks like bum fluff.
Wow. I don't know what the listeners are going to think your hair actually looks like without gel now.
And number 5 was put through with an electric clipper.
Razor, yeah.
No, not razor, clipper.
Not razor, yeah. Clippers.
And it's, 3 weeks?
Yeah, it's been about 3 weeks, yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Anyway,
so this is going to be the last one for tonight. So Columbia House brings the record store to you. When Columbia House filed for bankruptcy in 2015, The Verge called the mail order subscription service the Spotify of the 80s. Columbia House was famous for its hard-to-resist incredible deals, which delivered a big selection of albums chosen by the subscriber for a penny or another nominal fee. As a trade-off, the subscriber agreed to buy the predetermined number of albums at a full price over the course of a year. Many music collections were built this way, and Columbia House peaked at $1.4 billion in revenues in 1996. So, what they're basically talking about here, guys, is CDs. And like the process you had to go through to not just like buy one CD, just, just get all of it, just take it.
Not just take it, pay for it first.
Pay for it and then take all of it. Like if you want it or not, like you're getting them, bro. Like, so, I don't know, like, it's actually kind of weird to be in a car lately and there's a CD player in there because a lot of
my car doesn't even have a CD player.
Mine does. Okay, but then again, I'm driving a 2009 model vehicle, so... And yours is a what?
2018.
2018. Look at her doing the things.
It's because my car broke on the highway.
This is one of those like no questions asked moments. Like I'm not even gonna. We're not gonna talk about that. I'm actually just gonna kind of quickly scroll through here and see if I can find something about country, because as Corinne mentioned, there really is. There we go. I found one for you. Country crosses over.
When?
I don't know. I'm going to read that now. We'll find out. Stay tuned. So country music has spawned some of the biggest acts in music history, including Dolly Parton, Kenny Rogers, and Johnny Cash. I don't want to fucking subscribe to anything. Piss off.
She's on the internet, guys. Just
letting you know. Whose influence and sales could rival most artists ever to hit the stage. The genre's artists and fan base, however, were traditionally regional, rural, and white. That all changed in the 1990s when crossover acts like Garth Brooks, Billy Ray Cyrus, Faith Hill, and Shania Twain brought country twang to mainstream radio stations in the home across America.
Yeah, that's basically when they fucked up country. But anyway, just to give you guys some history that I already know, which I'm going to go research for you guys anyway. It's not just Dolly Parton, Kenny Rogers, and Johnny Cash that made country. There's Lacey J. Dalton. There's Tammy, I can't remember her surname. Lynn Anderson. There was George Jones, Conway Twitty. These are the major guys. Like, they were on top of it. Like, I mean, why aren't they mentioned? I'm so upset
I'm
now.
actually just going through and just looking for,
it's just
for
because
like some more stuff.
Those people, Kenny Rogers died recently. Dolly Parton and Johnny Cash had movies made about them. So that's how everyone knows about them.
They were like huge influences. And,
And I mean, George Jones was known as the White Possum.
I don't know how I would feel about that nickname.
It's because he was grey at a very early age.
Oh, okay.
So his hair was like white.
Bro, your battery's low.
Yeah, because you don't have to charge them. But I think we're running out of time.
So we're just going to check how long we've been talking crap. Well, not necessarily crap, but yeah.
Yeah, we're running out of time.
So Karina's actually going to like this one. So I'm just going to do this one. And then we're going to do like a small little interval. And then we're probably just going to say goodbye to you guys. So Auto-Tune introduces mechanical pop. Bear with me. Released in 1998, Sure's Believe topped the charts.
I love that woman. I can't even.
I've made you so happy.
Like, if anyone that listens to this knows Cher personally, just,
send a shout out. We love her.
Yeah, just like take a video where she just says hi.
We just wanted to say hi. We love this woman so much. Like,
and it's like she has not aged at all. Like, she's perfection.
Yeah,
anyway.
no, she really is. I mean, like, we actually sometimes, like when I'm busy cooking or something, Kareem would just put on Cher and it would turn into
I screw up her songs completely.
No, we do, but we have so much fun doing it. And like when, like, some people, loads of people our age, when on Friday nights they'd be out clubbing and whatnot, and Corinne and I would be at home having a braai, as we would refer to it in South Africa, and for everyone else in the world, a barbecue. We would be listening to Cher. Like, come on, man! What better like artists could you think of to listen to while having a little bit of a barbecue on a Friday night? Come on, that's awesome. So Cher's Believe topped the charts in 23 countries, exactly 36 seconds into the smash single. The world first heard what would become one of the key innovations of the past 20 years, the new pitch correction technology called Auto-Tune. Although it had existed about a year before Believe was released, Cher launched the robotic-sounding voice enhancer into public consciousness. And she did it brilliantly.
Yes, she did.
I don't know. She's just
I only
freaking
watched
visionary.
Burlesque because of her.
Right?
If she wasn't in that movie, I wouldn't have watched it.
But like, I like Burlesque.
I can't stand Christina Aguilera. Like, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. I think it's because my sister listened to her and Britney Spears so much.
Oh, did she
in the
kill
house
it and then
that I can't even anymore.
I'm just like seeing something here. I don't know if you guys remember Napster.
Excuse me?
Napster.
What the hell is that?
Napster launches the file sharing revolution. So basically it's like before Bluetooth. It's like
No, we had most like what? Infrared or something like that.
Yeah, this was like before freaking infrared. This is like sure. I don't know if you want to know about that.
No.
But let's just see. I'm just like still kind of scrolling through. I hear something about Eminem. Just trying to see if I can actually find something else about.
He's my husband. He just doesn't know it yet.
There's some stuff here about American freaking idols and.
You said it's something about Eminem. Now I'm waiting for it.
Oh, are you waiting for that? I will
wow.
find that for you in a second. I'm just trying to see if there's actually something else here about country, which would be quite awesome. The rise of the rock star DJ. Oh my gosh. I've actually got a picture of, I don't know how you guys want me to pronounce it, but either Deadmau5 or Deadmau5 or whatever. Oh my god, there's a picture of Justin Bieber. Let's just quickly scroll past. Lady Gaga! I'm sorry. I love this woman so much. She's just like a freaking inspiration. I mean, wow. I don't know. I'm not going to get started on her because we're not going to finish this. But yeah, I love Lady Gaga. So if anyone knows Lady Gaga as well personally, like just get her to say hi to a girl. Like,
hi.
Hey, lady. I know she likes being called lady lately, which I think is pretty awesome. That's classy. All right, so no, I don't actually see anything else about country, which is kind of sad, because they mention rap and stuff quite a few times, digital jukeboxes, etc., etc. So, some stuff here about iTunes, but yeah. So, a little something about Eminem. Rappers graduate from artists to producers. Dr. Dre was the founding member of NWA in the 1980s and the human embodiment of West Coast gangster rap in the 1990s. Late in the decade, he reinvented himself as one of the most successful producers in the industry when he gave Eminem his big break. Eminem was the biggest name in rap throughout the late 90s and early 2000s, but then, once again, the apprentice became the master. Just as Dr. Dre had done, Eminem moved to the producer's chair, formed Shady Records, and signed 50 Cent. That's actually pretty cool. I don't know if you know that. It doesn't look like you did. Did you know that?
No, I knew that. Like, I know everything about it. Okay,
awesome.
Not everything, but everything that is public knowledge about Eminem, I know it. But if it's not public knowledge, because I don't know the guy personally, I wish I did, but I don't, then I don't know it. But I just know he did not stop at the 2000s. Like, he had like a break because, personal reasons.
Things.
And then, in 2015, 2016, he started up again.
Freaking bounced back. And it was
completely. And then he started with Rap God. And then came Godzilla, which is his new one. Love it. Kamikaze, I love, because he takes out everyone. Like, because everyone's fucking douchebags, man. Because, I don't know, the moment they think they can say sentences into a mic, like Drake and Kanye West, whatever his name is.
Kanye West.
He can't. They think they are now the thing. Okay, Kanye West, you're only famous because you married Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
That's when you started to become famous, because you were banging the champagne chick. Because that's how I know her. The girl with the champagne on the butt.
So we're going to take a short little intermission, not really an intermission, but like after this we're going to say goodbye to you guys. So here's some cheesy 60s elevator music. Yay! Okay, Ding, you've reached the penthouse. Okay, so...
I wish. Welcome to my palace.
Okay, so now that that's over, so thanks guys for listening in. I don't know, we've had a pretty good time tonight, I reckon, although Kareen was roasting me fucked up, but it's fine. Like, I don't mind, I still love her though. We take chances, I think. We do. No, she's sitting here in silence.
What?
It's like, wow,
Sorry.
bro.
I'm sorry.
Exhibit A. It's more like Exhibit W.
There was a thing on a thing, and then the thing on my finger, and yeah, I'm sorry.
That sounds so dodge.
So many things.
I'm not even going to comment. But like, yeah, we, you see, now I've actually forgotten what I've said. Like, we roast each other.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
We're
glad we're back. Well, last night I learned my lesson. Because I got like a death stare and I was like, oh shit, I'm sorry. So that's when I kept quiet.
What did we do?
With the ironing.
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't get a stare from you because I don't care. Got a stare from your girlfriend. I was like, oh well, shit, sorry.
Did you? I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, so moving on from that, you guys must have an awesome day or evening, wherever you're at in the world, whenever you're listening to this.
Have a good one.
Have a good one. Stay safe.
Have a beer. Have a whiskey.
Have a beer.
Have a coffee. Have a tea.
Have whatever you want, man.
Have a tea break. We just have a coffee break.
Have a Kit Kat break. I don't care what kind of break you want to take, but do that.
At work. Listen to us while you're on your way to work in the car.
Replace us with 8 tracks.
Yeah, just like put your windows up when you do listen to us, because people might think you're insane.
A little bit.
Don't laugh out loud when you're at work, because
I don't know if you find us funny. We think we're funny.
Yeah.
I really think we're funny.
I think so too.
Anyway, alright guys, have a good one. Okay, bye!
Bye! No, we fucked that up.
Oh, well, we're gonna have to do some editing.
Okay, let's just try it again.
Okay, bye!